American Graffiti is a timeless coming-of-age film directed by George Lucas. Released in 1973, this classic follows a group of cruising teenagers as they navigate love, friendship, and the bittersweet end of summer. The film's nostalgic atmosphere, iconic cars, and unforgettable soundtrack resonate with audiences, making them feel deeply connected to the characters and their experiences. Despite initial rejection by major studios, American Graffiti ultimately found success with Universal Pictures, becoming a beloved and influential film. Let's explore the lives of the cast and see what has happened to them since their time on the silver screen. Richard Dreyfuss as Kurt Henderson. Richard is a fresh high school alum who is conflicted between lingering in his birthplace and striving for advanced learning. His persona epitomizes the ambiguity and wistfulness that numerous youths confront as they enter maturity. Dreyfuss embarked on his theatrical journey at a tender age, treading the boards at Temple Emmanuel of Beverly Hills Arts Center and the West Side Jewish Community Center under the mentorship of drama instructor Bill Miller. He graced screens for the first time at 15 years of age, featuring in the television creation In Mama's House. Richard temporarily attended San Fernando Valley State College, now rebranded as California State University, Northridge, and espoused conscientious objector ideals during the Vietnam War, opting for alternate service by fulfilling clerical duties in a Los Angeles medical facility. Dreyfuss was among the galaxy of luminaries gracing the 2012 Academy Awards, Night of 100 Stars. He engaged in a conversation for The Bill Zucker Show, sharing the spotlight with the eponymous actor-singer. In 2014, he lent his presence to a documentary titled Lincoln's Greatest Speech, featuring alongside the esteemed Abraham Lincoln scholar Ronald C. White. Richard presided over the program and lent his voice to reciting Lincoln's second inaugural address. Dreyfuss went on to depict Bernie Madoff in the miniseries Madoff, 2016, sharing the screen with Blythe Danner. He proceeded to delight audiences in the smash comedy Book Club, 2018, standing opposite Candice Bergen, and the Netflix movie The Last Laugh, 2019, alongside Chevy Chase and Andie MacDowell. In 2022, he penned One Thought Scares Me. We teach our children what we wish them to know. We don't teach our children what we don't wish them to know, delving into the subject of civics instruction within the confines of American educational institutions. In the month of May 2023, Dreyfuss vocalized his opposition to the Academy Awards' freshly instituted diversity guidelines, which mandate that films fulfill at least 2 out of 4 specified criteria. These criteria encompass the stipulation that principal performers hail from underrepresented demographics or that a minimum of 30% of the overall cast and crew emerge from these communities. During a discussion with Margaret Hoover, the host of the PBS program The Firing Line, Dreyfuss expressed that these novel guidelines provoke my nausea. Charles Martin Smith as Terry Fields. Marilyn Fields is a well-liked and exuberant high school cheerleader who embarks on a romantic liaison with the enigmatic Steve Boland. Marilyn's persona encapsulates the quintessential teenage girl navigating the intricacies of high school existence and the intricacies of relationships. Smith entered the world in Van Nuys, nestled within the sunny climes of California. His father, Frank Smith, crafted his legacy in the realm of cinema as a masterful cartoonist and animator. Smith's uncle, Paul J. Smith, likewise carved a path in the industry as an animator and director, leaving his imprint on the Walter Lantz Studios. Adding a touch of serendipity, Smith shared the screen with Cindy Williams, co-star of American Graffiti, in an episode of Love, American Style, specifically in the chapter titled Love and the Time Machine. In the year 1974, Smith stood alongside Ron Howard in The Spikes Gang, a cinematic adventure filmed amidst the captivating landscapes of Spain, with Lee Marvin and Gary Grimes completing the stellar cast. 4 years hence, in 1978, Smith secured a starring role in Cotton Candy, this time under the directorial guidance of Howard. The year 1975 witnessed Smith auditioning for the role of Luke Skywalker in George Lucas's impending blockbuster Star Wars. However, the role ultimately went to Mark Hamill. Smith's versatility shone through as he portrayed one of Buddy Holly's bandmates in the Buddy Holly story, shifted gears as a race car driver in Disney's Herbie Goes Bananas, and then assumed the leading role of a scientist in Never Cry Wolf. His performance in Starman as Mark Sherman, a compassionate SETI member, garnered widespread acclaim. In the year 1979, Smith was poised to take on the lead role in Norman Lear's final television concept series, McGurk, A Dog's Life, alongside Barney Martin. Unfortunately, the series never progressed beyond its pilot stage. In more recent times, Smith has graced miniseries such as P.T. Barnum, Kingdom Hospital, and The Triangle, as well as the feature film Lucky You, deftly directed by Curtis Hanson. The year 2009 witnessed Smith embodying the role of Sheriff Golightly in the second episode of Season 2 of the captivating TV series Fringe. Beyond his exploits in front of the camera, Smith has, since the mid-1990s, increasingly turned his attention to the world behind it, cultivating his craft as a writer and director. His directorial debut unfolded with the camp horror tale Trick or Treat in 1986, produced by Dino De Laurentiis, in which Smith also appeared before the camera. Candy Clark as Debbie. Debbie is the quintessential popular girl at her high school, exuding confidence and charisma. She's a social butterfly, always seen chatting with friends and flirting lightly with the boys. Her spirit captures the very essence of teenage freedom and joy. Hailing from Norman, Oklahoma, born to Ella, née Padberg, and Thomas Clark, a chef, Debbie spent her formative years in Fort Worth, Texas. Her first foray into acting came in the form of the character Faye in John Huston's acclaimed film, Fat City, back in 1972. Since then, she's graced both the big and small screens, appearing in The Informant as Matt Damon's character's mother, and in a documentary short titled Images of Louise Brooks, directed by Sven Munt. Beyond her film career, Debbie has also made guest appearances on a variety of TV shows, such as Dating Game, Magnum, P.I., Benachek, Simon & Simon, Matlock, Baywatch Nights, Criminal Minds, and even the revival of Twin Peaks. January 20th, 2017, found her sharing insights on Ken Reed's TV Guidance Counselor podcast. On a personal note, Debbie dated fellow actor Jeff Bridges for several years after their initial meeting on the set of Fat City. She also has a brief marriage to Marjo Gortner from 1978 to 1979, and later wed Jeff Wald in 1987, only to divorce him a year later. Ron Howard as Steve Bolander. Steve Bolander is a young man at a crossroads, having just graduated high school and facing the daunting task of deciding his path in life. He's often found spending time with his friends and cruising around town, embodying the uncertainty and confusion common among those on the cusp of adulthood. Howard's first credited film role came in 1959 with The Journey, marking the beginning of an illustrious career. He graced screens in various television series of that era, including an appearance in June Allison's CBS anthology series, The DuPont Show with June Allison, and featured in episodes of classic shows like Dennis the Menace, The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis, and Love, American Style. But it was his role as Richie Cunningham in the beloved series Happy Days that truly launched him into the spotlight, playing the likable, straight-laced foil to Henry Winkler's iconic Fonzie. Demonstrating his versatility, Howard stepped behind the camera in March 2021 to direct the survival drama 13 Lives, based on the harrowing true story of the Tam Luang cave rescue in 2018. The film garnered positive reviews upon its release in theaters and on Prime Video in 2022. Not limiting himself to live action, Howard expanded his repertoire by taking on the challenge of directing an animated feature, The Shrinking of Treehorn, acquired by Netflix from Paramount Pictures. As a co-chairman, alongside Brian Grazer of Imagine Entertainment, Howard has produced a slew of notable films and television series. Imagine's portfolio includes titles such as Friday Night Lights, 8 Mile, Inside Deep Throat, 24, Felicity, The PJs, and Arrested Development, the latter of which Howard also narrated and made an appearance as himself. Always seeking new ventures, Imagine also developed Conquest, a period drama series for Showtime based on the 16th century conquest of the Aztecs, with Howard slated to direct. On a personal note, Howard married Cheryl Alley in 1975, and they have raised 4 children together: daughters Bryce Dallas, Jocelyn Carlisle, Paige Carlisle, and son Reed Cross. Together, they have supported Howard's illustrious career. Wolfman Jack as disc jockey. The charismatic disc jockey of American Graffiti is the one and only Wolfman Jack, a larger-than-life radio personality renowned for his captivating late-night shows on XER, a Mexican radio station with a far-reaching signal across the United States. Wolfman Jack's distinctive voice and larger-than-life persona are integral to the film's atmosphere, providing a fitting soundtrack to the character's cruising adventures and enhancing the nostalgic feel of the era. Born Robert Weston Smith in Brooklyn, New York on January 21, 1938, he was the younger son of Anson Weston Smith, an Episcopal Sunday school teacher, writer, editor, and executive vice president of Financial World, and his wife, Rosamond Small. Smith's childhood home was on 12th Street and 4th Avenue, and he attended Manual Training High School in the Park Slope section. His parents divorced during his youth. Upon graduating from NAB in 1960, Smith embarked on his radio journey as Daddy Jules at WYOU in Newport News, Virginia. When the station transitioned to Beautiful Music, he adopted the moniker Roger Gordon and Music in Good Taste. Smith's career progressed to Shreveport, Louisiana in 1962, where he managed and hosted the morning show at country music station KCIJ/1050, known on air as Big Smith with the Records. He married Lucy Lou Lamb in 1961, and they raised 2 children together. Even after his passing, Wolfman Jack's legacy continued to evolve. In 2012, his estate released a hip-hop single featuring clips of his iconic vocals, and in 2016, Rob Zombie's film 31 incorporated clips from the Wolfman Jack radio program. Sadly, on July 1, 1995, Smith died unexpectedly from a heart attack at his house in Belvidere, North Carolina, shortly after one of his weekly broadcasts. He was only 57 years old. Cindy Williams as Laurie Henderson. Laurie Henderson, the younger sister of Kurt Henderson, is a bubbly and popular high school student. She's often seen hanging out with her friends and playfully flirting with boys, embodying the carefree spirit of youth. Born as Susan Williams in Van Nuys, Los Angeles, on August 22, 1947, she moved with her family to Dallas at a young age and later returned to Los Angeles during her formative years. After completing her education, Williams embarked on a successful career in entertainment, starting with national commercials for brands like Foster Grant Sunglasses and TWA. She soon transitioned to television roles, appearing in shows such as Room 222, Nanny and the Professor, and Love, American Style. Fate played a hand when Williams met Penny Marshall on a double date, and their paths crossed again at Francis Ford Coppola's Zoetrope Company. Their writing talents were recognized, and they were hired as comedy writers for a prospective TV spoof. Williams's connection with Penny Marshall continued when Marshall's brother, Gary, invited her to appear on an episode of the popular series Happy Days. Years later, Williams made her Broadway debut as the delightful Mrs. Tottendale in The Drowsy Chaperone at the Marquis Theater in 2007. She continued to collaborate with Penny Marshall on projects like the TV series Sam and Cat in 2013. Williams also shared her life story in her memoir, Surely I Jest, co-written with Dave Smitherman, published in 2015. On a personal note, Williams married Bill Hudson of the musical trio Hudson Brothers in 1982, and they had 2 children together, Emily and Zachary. Unfortunately, their marriage ended in divorce in 2000. Williams identified as a Roman Catholic. Sadly, Williams passed away in Los Angeles on January 25, 2023, at the age of 75, following a brief illness. Bo Hopkins as Joe. Joe, the local mechanic with a tough exterior and a soft spot for classic cars, is a familiar face at the drive-in and a frequent cruiser around town with his friends. His character captures the rebellious and independent spirit of the era. William Hopkins, born in Greenville, South Carolina, entered the world through adoption, chosen by a loving couple who couldn't conceive biological children. After initial roles in major films during the early 70s, including White Lightning, 1973, as Roy Boone, Hopkins went on to portray Jerry Reed's brother, Joe Hawkins, in the 1985 film What Comes Around. He also appeared in the television series The Rockford Files in 1978, taking on the role of Rockford's attorney John Cooper across 3 episodes. Not limiting himself to the small screen, Hopkins joined the cast of the primetime drama Dynasty in its first season, playing the character Matthew Blaisdell. Acting called to Hopkins, but his wife disapproved, and their relationship ended with her departing and taking their daughter. Determined, Hopkins pursued his passion, starting with local plays and eventually earning a scholarship for acting and stage production at the Pioneer Playhouse in Kentucky. Manhattan's stage lights beckoned next, followed by the bright lights of Hollywood, where he moved with his cousin's boyfriend, an aspiring stuntman. Balancing work and his craft, Hopkins parked cars to make ends meet while studying at the prestigious Actors Studio, where he counted Martin Landau among his classmates. On a personal note, Hopkins shared a 2-year romance with his Gondola co-star Sondra Locke, even appearing as a couple on the game show Tattletales, despite her existing marriage. Following her departure for an Arizona film shoot, their episode aired. Hopkins later married Cian Eleanor Green in 1989, and they remained together until his passing, welcoming a son in 1995. After a 6-year hiatus from acting, Hopkins returned to the craft, reading scripts and working on his autobiography. Sadly, on May 28, 2022, Hopkins suffered a heart attack and passed away at the age of 84. Mackenzie Phillips as Carol. Carol is the epitome of a popular and outgoing high school student, often seen hanging out with her friends and flirting with boys. Her character captures the carefree and fun-loving spirit of teenage life. Born in Highland Hall Waldorf School, Northridge, California, Valerie Phillips entered the entertainment industry through music when, at age 12, she formed a band with her classmates. It was during one of their performances that a casting agent spotted her talent, leading to an audition for the 1973 film American Graffiti, which she successfully landed. Phillips rose to stardom in the 1970s, playing teenager Julie Cooper on the beloved long-running television show One Day at a Time, for which she earned a substantial $50,000 per week. Unfortunately, Phillips struggled with drug and alcohol abuse, which began to impact her professional life. Her addiction led to lateness and incoherence during rehearsals, prompting the producers to intervene. They initially ordered a 6-week break for her to address the issue, but ultimately they had to let her go from the show in 1980. Phillips took steps toward a positive transformation by working as a drug rehab counselor at the Breathe Life Healing Center in West Hollywood, California, starting in 2016. She also returned to her acting roots, appearing in an episode of the rebooted One Day at a Time as Pam Valentine, a role that mirrored her own journey, and reprised this role in 2019 for 2 episodes of the show's 3rd season. Additionally, she took on the character Barbara Denning in the Netflix original series Orange is the New Black in 2018. Phillips's personal life has included 3 marriages. First to rock group manager Jeffrey Sessler, son of Freddie Sessler, then to rock guitarist Shane Fontaine, and finally, she wed Keith Levinson in 2005. She has a son, Shane Barracan, a musician. In an interview in March 2022, Phillips openly shared about her dating experiences, stating that she has dated both men and women. Lynn Marie Stewart as Bobby. Lynn Marie Stewart, who portrayed Bobby in the movie, is a talented actress. Hailing from Los Angeles, California, Stewart was an integral part of the Groundlings in the vibrant 1970s, where she crossed paths with the likes of Paul Reubens and Phil Hartman. Demonstrating her versatility, she graced an episode of the television series Night Court in the role of Vanna Anders. She showcased her range by embodying various characters, including Squiggy's duplicitous girlfriend Barbara, on the beloved show Laverne and Shirley Fawn's Hour. Stewart's collaborations extended to working with Tracy Ullman in Tracy Ullman in the Trailer Tales for HBO and Tracy Ullman's State of the Union for Showtime. Her resume boasts a diverse range of roles, from playing a nun in Season 6 of The Golden Girls to appearing in films such as Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Big Top Pee-wee, and The Running Man. She left her mark on shows like Nightstand with Dick Dietrich and Son of the Beach, and even ventured into Disney territory with guest appearances on Austin and Ally and Good Luck Charlie in 2011. Her presence continued to enhance productions like Raising Hope, Marvin, and Comedy Bang Bang. Component placement, along with a role in the 2011 film Bridesmaids. Stewart has secured a recurring role as Charlie's mother, Bonnie Kelly, on the enduring and critically acclaimed series It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. She added a personal touch to a biography profile featuring her dearest friend, Cindy Williams. In 2011, she showcased her talent in an all-female production of The Odd Couple at the Surflight Theater in New Jersey, sharing the stage with the brilliant Cindy Williams and Joanne Worley. Kay Lenz as Jane. Kay Lenz portrayed the character Jane in the film, bringing her captivating presence to the role. Lenz embarked on her acting journey at a young age, with initial appearances in 3 episodes of the thought-provoking show This Is the Life, when she was just 14. She seamlessly transitioned between mediums, appearing in renowned television series like The Andy Griffith Show, and gracing the stage with her presence in theatrical productions. Lenz's talent shone through in guest appearances in iconic shows such as The Streets of San Francisco, Gunsmoke, MacGyver, McCloud, Cannon, and Petrocelli. Her versatility was further showcased in her leading role in the film White Line Fever in 1975. The following year, she secured a part in the miniseries Rich Man, Poor Man, which earned her a deserved Emmy Award nomination. She reprised this role in the sequel, Rich Man, Poor Man Book 2, in 1977. Lenz's portrayal of the flinty lawyer Maggie Zombro in the police legal drama Reasonable Doubts garnered her an additional 2 Primetime Emmy Award nominations. On a personal note, Lenz was once married to the singer-actor David Cassidy. Due to the intense attention from Cassidy's devoted fans, Lenz engaged the services of the celebrity bodyguard, Tommy Peacock. This chapter of her life concluded with their divorce on December 28, 1983. Manuel Padilla Jr. as Carlos. Manuel Padilla Jr. was a talented American child actor who began his career at the age of 8. He is best known for his portrayal of Jai on the popular 1960s television series Tarzan, starring Ron Ely. Padilla also appeared in several Tarzan feature films, alongside Mike Henry, and guest-starred on numerous television shows, including Rawhide, Bonanza, Gunsmoke, Happy Days, and The Flying Nun. He later made a memorable appearance in Brian De Palma's 1983 film Scarface. Sadly, Manuel Padilla Jr. passed away from colon cancer in 2008 at the age of 52, leaving behind a legacy of memorable performances. Kathleen Quinlan as Peg. Peg, portrayed by the captivating Peg Quinlan, is a vibrant and sociable high school student who relishes time spent with her friends and enjoys playful flirting with boys. She is known for her impeccable sense of style and her passion for cruising around town in her car. Quinlan, born in Pasadena, California, to Josephine, a military supply supervisor, and Robert Quinlan, a television sports director, spent her formative years in Mill Valley, California. She attended Tamalpais High School and delved into the world of drama, honing her skills as a youth actress in the 1970s. Her talent shone through with guest appearances in popular contemporary television series such as Policewoman, Kojak, Ironside, Emergency, Zrania, and the beloved The Waltons. Quinlan's prowess garnered her acclaim for her portrayals of complex characters, including the role of Deborah, a 16-year-old schizophrenic, in the film adaptation of the novel I Never Promised You a Rose Garden, for which she earned a Best Actress in a Motion Picture Drama Golden Globe nomination. She further cemented her status as a talented actress by playing Marilyn Lovell, the wife of Tom Hanks's astronaut character Jim Lovell in the 1995 masterpiece Apollo 13. This performance earned her both a Best Supporting Actress, Motion Picture Golden Globe nomination, and a Best Supporting Actress Academy Award nomination. Demonstrating her enduring talent, Quinlan's recent work as of 2022 includes a memorable episode of How to Get Away with Murder in 2019, a leading role in the film Walking with Herb, filmed in 2018 and released in 2021, and a part in the spine-chilling horror flick The Stairs. On a personal note, Quinlan married the artist Warren Long in 1987. She later met and married actor Bruce Abbott, whom she encountered on the set of the TV movie Trapped in 1989. Their union was solemnized on April 12, 1994, and they maintained a friendly relationship post their divorce on December 24, 2022. Together they have a son named Tyler, who was born in 1990. Paul LeMatt as John Milner. John Milner, unforgettably portrayed by Ronnie LeMatt, is renowned for his rebellious spirit, fascination with fast cars, and that immortal line, "Cruisin' is my religion." Milner is a complex character grappling with inner demons and the uncertainties of the future. LeMatt, born to Matthew and Elizabeth LeMatt, embarked on his academic journey, which included Newport Harbor High School and stints at various colleges, ultimately culminating in an Associate of Arts degree from Los Angeles Valley College. LeMatt served in the Vietnam War, contributing valiantly as part of the U.S. Navy on an SP-5B Marlin seaplane in a maritime patrol squadron. The year 1977 marked his stellar performance in Jonathan Demme's acclaimed comedy Citizens Band, later retitled Handle with Care. LeMatt would collaborate with Demme again in the 1980s Melvin and Howard, where he played the titular role of Melvin Dummer. This film, inspired by true events surrounding a gas station attendant's claim to be an heir of eccentric billionaire Howard Hughes, garnered 2 Academy Awards, and LeMatt found himself nominated for a Golden Globe Award. The character of John Milner resonated so strongly that LeMatt reprised the role in More American Graffiti in 1979. LeMatt's artistic trajectory continued into the 1990s with independent films and TV movies. He embodied the character of Josiah Peel in Lonesome Dove the series and its follow-up, Lonesome Dove: The Outlaw Years. A small role in the poignant 1998 film American History X further showcased his talent. More recently, LeMatt starred in the film Stateside. On a personal note, LeMatt married Suzanne DePass in 1978, and they have since divorced. American Graffiti boasts a talented ensemble cast, showcasing the potential of actors who would later achieve great success. Is it possible to ever tire of watching the young Harrison Ford? Was he your favorite character in this timeless film? Do you consider this to be George Lucas's greatest masterpiece? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching.